Hi everyone, Laura with Evolution Pilates Studio here. Today I'm here to bring you a reformer flow. For this flow, you're going to be using a reformer, obviously, and I will be using a long box or a box. So if you have those two items, that would be great. We are going to focus on some unilateral work today. So we're going to be using just one leg at a time, one arm at a time for portions of the class. I do want you to focus on stability through the pelvis and through the shoulders. So if we're working the right arm, then not both shoulders would be evenly weighted, and so forth. So I'm looking forward to this session. I hope you are too. Get your reformer ready and we'll get started. Okay guys, so I'm ready. I've got my reformer, I've got my box nearby. My reformer is set up on 2 heavy and 1 medium spring. For me, that's 2 red and 1 blue balanced body spring. We're going to be doing some single leg footwork, so grab your springs that you feel like you'll need for that work and we'll get started. Okay, so turn sideways on your reformer. Let's lay all the way down. Adjust yourself to the center of your carriage. Give yourself some space between your shoulders and your shoulder blocks. Your headrest is up. We're going to start with our heels on the foot bar, sit bone distance apart, arms reaching long down by the sides. Take a breath, inhale here, and just exhale, melt a little deeper into the carriage. Inhale your breath, and exhale, feel the abdominals drawing up and in as you exhale. Good, we'll do 2 more breaths like that before we start moving. Inhale, exhale, deepen the belly, relax into the carriage. Last time, inhale, exhale, deepen the belly, relax into the carriage. On your next inhale, press the legs to straight. Inhale, bend the knees. And again. Keeping that nice, strong breath pattern. Center of the heels pressing deeply into the reformer. And I want you to think about working evenly on the way out and the way in. So we work just as hard on the way out as we do on the way in. We've got 8 more here, and 7, and 6. Good. Flexing those pinky toes back towards the shins for 4, and 3. Very nice job. Last 2. And last time, pull it all the way in. Good. Keeping even weight in the pelvis, just bring the right leg into a tabletop position. Let's press out and in just on the left side. Nice job. That's it for 4, and 3, and 2. Come halfway in only. Press out 2 inches, come in 2 inches. Even weight through the backs of the pelvis, even weight through the backs of the shoulders. Keep breathing. Good. For 4, really deepen the center of the heel into the foot bar, and 3, and 2. And last one, straighten that leg all the way out, come all the way in, place your other heel down on the foot bar, and let's just switch sides. All the way out and all the way in. Your knee is tracking right in line with your hip, straight up to the ceiling as you bend. Find that breath pattern. Good, and we'll do 4 more here. And 3. And 2. Come halfway in only. Press out 2 inches, in 2 inches. That's it. Really think about connecting the heel to the seat as you come in towards the foot bar. And 4. And 3. Very nice job, guys. Last 2. And last 1. Straighten that leg all the way out. Come all the way in. Bring all 10 toes onto the foot bar, inner thighs together. Good, big toes touching. With both feet, press all the way out and all the way in. Inhale and exhale. Reaching long through the crown of the head, stretching out across the room. For 4, and 3, and last one. Beautiful. Straighten the legs out one more time. Lower both heels, lift both heels. Keep all 10 toes connected to the foot bar as the heels drop under. Keep engagement in the quadriceps as the heels drop under and a slight squeeze in the glutes. You've got 4 more here. 3, 2, and last one. Lift the heels high, come all the way in, shift the weight into the left foot, bring the right foot into tabletop, and press all the way out and in on this side. Anchoring deeply through both sides of the pelvis. Knee tracking straight up to the ceiling. Good. For 4 here. And 3, 2, last one, come halfway in, press out 2 inches, pull in 2 inches. Press out 2 inches, pull in 2 inches. Allow the knee to be soft. Use the muscles in the quadricep to press and the hamstrings to pull. For 4, and 3. Last time, press it all the way out, come all the way in to switch sides. Take your time to make sure all 10 toes are on the foot bar or all 5 toes. Bring your other leg into tabletop and let's press all the way out and all the way in. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders are relaxed. Your arms are still reaching long by your sides. You've got 4 more here. And 3, 2, last one, come halfway in, press out 2 inches, pull in 2 inches. Work equally in both directions. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and last one, press all the way out, come all the way in. Bring your toes onto the foot bar, all 10 toes. Heels together, toes apart in Pilates V. Knees just the width of the hip bones. From here, squeeze the heels together as you press out and pull in. Good. Deepen the belly. Find all that length through the crown of the head, through the sides of the waist. And we'll do 4 more here. And 3, wrapping those thigh bones around. Last 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Come all the way in. Bring your right leg into an externally rotated tabletop and press out and in on the other side. Good. So now we're thinking about rotating that thigh bone around, keeping that external rotation as you press out and in. The heel is nice and steady in space. And 4, and 3. Last one, come halfway in, out 2 inches, in 2 inches. Settle in here. Find that external rotation. Equal weight on both sides of the pelvis. Spine is long, shoulders are relaxed. For 4, last 2, and last 1. Press all the way out, come all the way in, and switch to the other side. Good. Establish that connection of all of those toes. Press all the way out and all the way in. That's it. Grow longer through both sides of the waist for 4, and 3. Last one, halfway in, 2 inches out, 2 inches in. Keep breathing. You've got 4 more here. And 3, 2, and last one. Straighten that leg all the way out, come all the way in. Beautiful. Lift your head up to take your headrest down. Bring your feet together at the center of your foot bar. Make sure you have a little space between your shoulder blocks and your shoulders. Reach your arms down by your sides. Squeeze your inner thighs together as you roll the pelvis up into a bridge, trying to keep the carriage as still as possible in space, and then roll the spine back down. Let's do 3 more just like that. Tailbone under, belly button to spine, and rolling down. Good. 2 more to go. Rolling up, keep tucking that tailbone under, all the way to the top. And then under, all the way to the bottom. Even that last little bit, last thing to come down is the tail. Last time through, we're gonna stay up at the top. Good. Find length from the shoulder blades all the way to the kneecaps. Shift your weight into your right leg. Bring your left knee into tabletop. Bring that foot down and switch. And switch. Good. Trying to keep the hips evenly spaced from the base of the carriage. Breathing. 1 more each side. Last time, leave whatever knee is up, point the toe to the ceiling, lower halfway down with the hips and lift. Halfway down with the hips and lift for 4. Your other knee is tracking straight up to the ceiling. Last 2. Hold the hips high, lower and lift that leg over the foot bar. Nice big kick for 4. And 3, 2, last time, lower that foot back down to the foot bar and either come down in between or just switch to the other side. Knee in tabletop or toe extended to the ceiling, lower halfway down and lift. Halfway down and lift for 4, 3, 2, hold the hips high on 1, extend that leg over the foot bar and kick. Keep the carriage as quiet as possible for 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Lower both feet down, roll the spine all the way down. Grab onto your pegs by your ears, bring your knees into tabletop. Good, settle the back of the shoulder blades down into the mat, slide the front of the ribs down to the hips, and now just move the right shin and knee out to the right and back in. And again, right side. Keeping weight in the left side of the pelvis as you open that side out. Last 3. And 2. Nice job last time. Come back center and switch to the other side. Out and in. Your other thigh bone is staying completely still. Use your core to control that movement back into the midline. Last 3. And 2. And last time. Good. Swing your legs off to the side. Prop yourself up for a moment. We're going to come down to 1 heavy spring and roll back down again. Good. From here, we're going to take our right strap in our right hand. I have double loops, so I'm going for the smaller loop. That is up to you. Good. Establish the connection underneath your armpit. From here, we're going to lower that arm down by the side and lift it back up. Good. Remember, everybody's springs are different on their reformer. So if you know that you're not working in proper form because the spring feels too heavy, then just reduce that spring weight. Make it feel appropriate for your body. And 4 more here. And 3. Last 2. Last time, hold the hand down by the side. From the shoulder, rotate the pinky down and the thumb side of the hand up towards the sky, and then open out to a V and exhale, close. Open out to a V and exhale, close. I can feel my body trying to shift against the weight of the spring. So do your best to keep equal weight in both sides of the pelvis, equal weight in both sides of the shoulder blades, and 3 more here. And 2. Last time, hold the hand in by the hip, turn the palm down from the shoulder, bend the elbow to 90 degrees. Pause here. Bring your other hand behind your head and lift your head, neck, and chest up. If you need to scooch away from the shoulder blocks, now's the time. From here, extend and bend the elbow. You can stay here with both knees bent, or as the right arm extends, you can extend the left leg along with it and bend. Extend and bend. Nice, 4 more to go. Now I have my elbow hovering off of the mat, but you could also press your upper arm down onto the mat to find a little more stability through that upper arm. Last 2 here. Last 1, keep the leg extended, release your strap back. So we're staying in this position. Now we're going to bring both hands behind the head and rotate towards our bent knee. Good. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center for 4. And 3. And 2. Stay in rotation with the upper body. Good. Little tiny circles around with your extended leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center, lower everything down, and take a moment to reset. Good. We're going to grab onto our other strap. Short loop if you have a choice. Hand right above the shoulder. Knees come into a tabletop position. Your other arm is just down by your side. From here, we're going to lower and lift that arm. Beautiful. For 4 and 3 and last one. Hold the palm down. From the shoulder, rotate the pinky down and the thumb up, and then open that arm out to a V and back into the body. Inhale and exhale. Fight against that urge to twist through the hips and the shoulders. For 4. Good. Challenging. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Hold the hand down by the side, turn the palm down, bend the elbow to 90 degrees, lift your head, neck, and chest up. Your other hand comes behind the neck for support. From here, extend and bend your elbow. Adding that opposite leg extension as an option. Good for 4 and 3. Good. Coming up is our transition to letting go of that strap. Good. So hold the leg extended, bend the elbow, release the strap if you can. Take both hands behind the head, and now let's rotate towards our bent knee. And 5, 4. Last 2. Stay in rotation. Here come those little circles, 6 in each direction of the extended leg for 4 more. 3, 2, and last 1, reverse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Lower everything down. Take a moment. Arms down by the sides. Feet sit bone distance apart. Just come up into one nice easy bridge and roll the spine down to reset. Good. Let's take our right long loop and place it onto our foot. The other knee is going to be in tabletop. Extend your leg up to the ceiling. Find all of that length through the leg, but all of that weight through the pelvis and the sacrum. And then from that point, lower and lift the leg. That's it. I'm thinking about moving from my hip joint so that my toe is actually just following the movement, right? I'm not initiating with my foot. Good for 4 and 3. Last one, we're going to go into some D-shaped circles. So you're going to bring your leg down, out to the side, around and up. Straight back down in line with the hip, out to the side, around and up. That's it. 3 more in this direction. Keeping the front of the rib cage nice and soft. Last 2. And last time, let's reverse it. So now we go up, out, around, and down. Exhale. Up, out, around, and down. Exhale. There's always one harder direction. I've found mine. For 3. And 2. And last time. Beautiful. From here, bend both knees into a frog position. Knees are just hips distance apart. Knees are directly over the hips. Press out low and long and bend back in. Press out low and long and bend back in. For 4. Point your toes on the extension of the legs, and 3. And then flex as you come back in. Last 2. Last one, hold the legs long and pointed. Open both legs out to a V, and exhale, close them back together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Pay attention to those shoulders for 4. And 3, the V does not have to be humongous, right? It could be the width of the carriage. Last 2. And last time. Nice job. From here, extend your strapped foot up to the ceiling. If you can, reach your other leg into the well and just take a nice little stretch here. Good. Tick-tock your foot a little bit side to side. Find a place that feels like a really nice stretch and just hold it there. Beautiful. Bring your other foot back up to the foot bar. Bend your knee. Let's take that strap off and switch to the other side. Good. Arms down by the sides. Right leg into a tabletop position. Left leg reaching down and up. Tailbone heavy. Beautiful, moving from right inside that hip socket. Good job, guys, for 4 here. Last time. Going into those D-shaped circles. So the leg goes down, externally rotate around and back to center. Down, out, around, and center. For 3, and 2, and last time here. Beautiful, reverse direction. Last 4. Can you make that leg any longer? Last 2. And last time. Good. Bend into frog, both heels together, knees, hips distance apart. Press out and point, flex and bend. Zip up the backs of the inner thighs all the way from the pubic bone down to the heels. For 4, and 3, and last time. Leave the legs extended, toes pointed, open. Trying to keep both feet on the same parallel line, and close. Remember, the size of your V shape is your choice. Keeping your tailbone right at the center of your mat. Last 2. And last time. Very nice job. Okay, so at this point, you may want to get your other strap. We are going to do short spine. You may want to add a little bit more spring on, but if you'd like to stay with me, we're just going to extend, start in frog, extend both legs out long, zip up through the inner thighs, reach both toes up to the ceiling, lifting the hips, bending the knees towards the shoulder blocks, and then rolling the spine down. 2 more just like that. Extend both legs long, reach the toes up to the ceiling, lift the hips, bend the knees, and roll the spine down. Last time through here. And roll. Beautiful. Carefully replace that strap. We'll switch back to our other strap one more time. If you are doing that short spine variation with one foot, place your other foot back in the strap. Heels together, toes apart. Press the legs out on a diagonal. Roll the tailbone up and off of the mat. Bend both knees and roll it down. Good. 2 more to go. Reach, rolling it up. Bend the knees and roll it down. And last time. Good. Beautiful job. Reach one foot up to the ceiling and the other into the well. Good. Let's replace that foot on the foot bar. Take our strap off of our foot and come all the way up. I'm going to stay on my one red spring. Now you have options here. You can either have both knees down against the shoulder blocks. We're going to be doing some single arm in strap work, kneeling. Or if you'd like, you can bring one foot forward into a lunge position. I'm pressing my shin into my shoulder block for a little balance support. And then I'm going to grab onto both straps for now. Good. Palms facing down, shoulder blades down. Find a connection between your ribs and your hips. Press your pelvis forward. From here, let's bring both arms back and down and forward. Both arms back and down and forward. You're still on that one heavy spring. So if you did switch to 2 or more springs for your short spine variation, you will want to change back to that one heavy. Good. Let's do 4 more here. And 3. And last one. Good. So from here, if your right knee is forward, you're going to pull your right arm only back and look over the right shoulder. You'll lose tension on that left strap and then come back center. And again, same side, rotating towards the front knee and back center. Let's do 3 more here. Nice long arm, last 2. And last time. Beautiful. From here, hinge the upper body forward, tailbone goes back behind you, and let's extend both arms long and bend both elbows. Nice and controlled on the way in, slow and steady. Long spine. For 4. And 3. And last one. Beautiful. Bring your left hand down to the top of your shoulder block and let's try a few single arm extensions. And 3. And last one. Good. Come all the way down onto both knees and switch out your feet if you're doing your lunge position. Press your shin into your shoulder block. Come up to stand. Good. Nice long spine. Arms are long. And again, one more set of chest expansion. Pressing those arms down and back and down and forward. Good. Pressing the pelvis forward, lifting up long through the back of the neck for 3. and 2. Find that exhale, last one. From here, just the left arm rotates, the rib cage rotates to the left, and back center. I'm trying to initiate my rotation from my rib cage, so the movement may be small. Last 2, and last time. Nice job. Hinge the upper body forward. Settle in here, brace the belly, and then extend both arms and bend both arms. Elbows stay high. Long back of the neck. For 3, 2, and last one. Bring your left hand down to your shoulder block, and now just the right arm extends and bends. Last 3 here. And last time. Very nice job. All right, bring that foot down. We're going to replace one strap. We're going to lay down on our side. So you can lay down on your side facing me to start. Bring your headrest up. We're going to come down into a side lying position. Head on the headrest. Take your hand onto your peg or to your shoulder block for support. And then we're going to take our top long loop around our top foot. Good. Adjust yourself till you feel comfortable. Your hips are stacked one on top of another. My lower obliques are lifted, so both sides of my waist are long. I'm going to externally rotate my top foot and just press out and bend in. And press out and bend in. Nice. Reaching out through the heel. As the knee comes up and in, I'm trying to lengthen my tailbone down towards the foot bar. Good. And your top hand can be on your shoulder block. It could be on your hip. Wherever feels most comfortable and not in your way is a good place for your hand. Last 3. And 2. And last one. Leave that leg long. Parallel off the leg. And then bring it forward, sweep it forward, and sweep it back. And sweep it forward, and sweep it back. Let's do 4 more here. Nice and smooth, last 2. And last time. Bring your foot in line with the front edge of your reformer. And now we're going to lift it up and down and up and down. Beautiful. Really reaching into that loop. Try to keep those hips stacked one on top of another, still lifting through the low obliques. A lot is going on right now for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do a little rainbow shape here. So we're going to go up and back, up and forward, up and back. The carriage will move just slightly, up and forward for 4 and 3, last time, up and forward. Sweep your leg even further forward of the edge of the carriage, and then little lifts here. This is our last little exercise. Little lifts, maybe 6 inches up and down for 6 and 5, 4 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. Bend that knee in. Carefully take your strap off your foot. Come on down, replace your strap so it's out of your way. Roll over onto your back for a moment. Cross your working leg, the leg that was in the strap, over your other thigh, and just come into a nice figure 4 stretch. Ah, that should feel so good. Just take a moment and stretch here, releasing through that hip. You can shift your hips a little bit side to side if you'd like. Nice job. And then we are gonna rotate over to the other side. So roll over onto your other shoulder. Adjust yourself so you're nice and comfortable. Head is on the headrest. I'm grabbing onto my shoulder block or my peg with my bottom hand, and then I'm gonna take my top foot into my loop. Take your time. Adjust yourself. Lower obliques are lifting, top waist is long. When you're ready, externally rotate that top leg and press out and in. Working hard to keep my hips stacked, even in external rotation. That's it. And 4 more here. Last 2. And last 1, keep that leg long, parallel the leg off to the floor, and then reach your leg forward and back. Now, every time my leg reaches forward, I'm engaging my belly deeply and I'm reaching my tailbone down to the foot bar. And a few more to go here. Working from my center. And 3. And last time, bring your leg in line with the front edge of your carriage and then lift up and down. 6 inches up, 6 inches down. It's not a huge movement. The carriage is staying almost silent, almost quiet. Good for 4 and 3. Good. And last one. And now we're going to do that little rainbow shape. So up and back, up and forward, up and back, up and forward. For 4 here. And 3. Last time, bring the leg forward, even further forward, and then this is our last little exercise, just little lifts into that strap. Look down at your foot, just make sure the ankle is relaxed, the hips are stacked, the obliques are lifted. For 4, and 3, and 2, and last time. Bend that knee in, very nice job. Carefully remove your strap. Slide yourself back home. Turn onto your back for one more little hip stretch. So you cross one ankle over, the leg that was on top, and just give yourself a second there. Good, very good job, guys. So let's come on up all the way, prop yourself up. I'm still on that one heavy spring. Now I'm gonna come over to kneeling. Feet against the shoulder blocks, and we're gonna work on knee stretches here. So both toes are tucked under, my heels are dropped back as far as they can be into the shoulder blocks, and I'm sitting back close to my heels. My upper body is nice and strong, so I'm grabbing onto my foot bar. This angle from my upper arm to my shoulder, or upper arm, I'm sorry, to my torso is going to stay the same as I press the carriage out and pull the carriage in. Inhale out, exhale in. Now you have that movement going. I want you to see if you can pick up the pace, a little more tempo. And in, and in, and in. Good. That's it. Use that core. You've got 8 more to go. And 7. Last 4. And last 1. Pull the carriage in. Round the spine, tailbone towards the heels, puff up the back of the ribs. Puff up the back of the ribs, and then just press the carriage out again. Now this movement might seem a little truncated because I do want you to keep the tailbone tucked under even as you press the knees back. Spine is in that nice C shape. And 8, 7. Beautiful, last 4. And last time. Bring the carriage home. Good. When you're ready, bring your right foot forward to the front edge of the carriage. My toes are slightly off the front edge. We're gonna do this single leg knee stretch option. So you're gonna hover your back knee off of the carriage. Good. Your toes are right on the front edge of your reformer. Your arms are nice and long, and then you're just gonna press both knees out and pull both knees in. Stay nice and lifted through the belly. It's like a little rocking horse here. For 6 and 5. Last 3 and 2 and last 1. Carefully bring that knee back down. We'll transition to the other side, so bring your other foot against your shoulder block. Good. Toes are right over the front edge of the carriage. Hands are wide on the foot bar. Hover the back knee and press the carriage out and in. Good for 5, 4, last 2, and last 1. Carefully bring that knee down. Good, lots of quadricep work there. Bring both feet against the shoulder blocks one more time. Knees are wide. Press your pelvis forward towards the foot bar. Engage the underside of your armpits. Pull yourself, your carriage, all the way to close. Lift up through the sternum. From here, press the carriage out and pull the carriage back home. And again, press the carriage out. Nice, beautiful back extension. Good, we'll do 4 more here. And 3. Long back of the neck. Last 2. And last time. Very nice job. Okay, so I'm going to get my box onto the carriage. Short box. Right in front of the shoulder blocks if you are, shorter like me, or you could put it over the shoulder blocks if you need a little more space. I'm going to take the foot bar down and put on a few springs so that my carriage stays nice and stable. From here, I'm going to have a seat on top of the box and place my strap, my foot strap, around my right foot. Good. You want about a hand's distance space between you and the back of the carriage. Now I'm going to sit back a little bit, round the spine, and pull my other knee into my chest. Try to do your best to keep those hips nice and evenly pressing into the carriage. Grab onto the back of your thigh, elbows are wide, belly is pulled up and in, and just extend and bend your top leg. Lots of knee crackles here for me. Good. Last 3 and 2. And last 1. Hold the leg as long as you can. Reach up to your ankle. Good. Pull your thigh into your chest into your thigh. From here, we're going to walk ourselves down our leg, keeping our legs still in space, and then walk ourselves back up. And again, down, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3, and down, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3. Last 2. And last time. Good. From here, bend that knee. We're going to bring our hands behind our head. Good. Lower the upper body down and then come up and rotate towards our bended knee. Now, if this feels like too much, you can use your hands to support you. Roll down and then up and rotate. We've got 3 more to go. And 2. And last time. Beautiful. Sit all the way up and just switch out to the other side. Good, make sure you have a good anchor on that foot. Tuck your tailbone under, roll the body back a little bit. Try to adjust your hips so you feel nice and even. Hands behind the lifted thigh. Good, from here, lengthen and bend. Lengthen and bend. Last 3 and 2. Hold that leg as long as you can. Reach up to the ankle. Good, from here, just marry your chest and your thigh. Give yourself that nice little second to stretch. And then we will walk our hands down our leg and back up. Light touch on the leg. For 3 and 2 and last time. Up here, bend the knee. Good, hands behind the head, lower the upper body down and then up and rotate. Remember, you can use that thigh option. Last 3 and 2 and last time. Beautiful, sit all the way up. Good. Place your feet right onto your carriage and let's just take a nice gentle twist to the side, releasing through that spine. And then other side. Good. Okay. From here, let's take that box and just place it off to the side for a moment. We will use it one more time, but we'll just get it out of the way for now. I'm going to lift my foot bar back up. And I'm going to come down to 1 heavy and 1 light spring. For me, that's a red and a yellow. You can adjust to what feels appropriate for you. I'm going to stand to the side of the carriage. Bring my inside foot against the shoulder blocks. So now when I look down, my thigh bones are parallel to one another. Hands lightly on the shoulder blocks. I'm sorry, the foot bar. And then just press out and in. Out and in. Standing leg is bent. I'm using my glute and my hamstring to press. If you do not need your foot bar, you do not have to use your foot bar. Your hands could be on your low back. You could have 1 hand on. Good. And 8, make sure the weight is in your standing heel. 6. Last 4. 2. And last 1. Beautiful. Come all the way in. 1 more foot position here on this side. So we are going to take our toes a little higher on the shoulder block. Externally rotate your knee out to the side and then press out and in. Good. Keep that external rotation as the knee comes towards you. And 8, 7. Last 4, 2, and last 1. Carefully bring the carriage back home, and we will walk around to the other side. So come on around. Line yourself up with the center of your carriage. Bring your inside foot against your shoulder block. Thigh bones are next to one another. Both fingertips can be on the foot bar. From here, hinge the upper body forward, tailbone reaches back behind you. Soften your standing knee and press out and in from the glute. Good. 1 hand or both hands on or both hands off. Belly is deeply braced. For 8 and 7. Last 4. And last 1. Hands to the foot bar for a moment. Transition to toes to the top of the shoulder block. Find that external rotation through the hip and the knee. And then when you're ready, press out and in. That's it. For 8, 7. Last 4. And last time. Come all the way in. Very nice job. So one more time, let's take our box back on. This time we're going to go long box and we are going to do some stretching. So grab the box. Place it on in front of the shoulder blocks. I'm going to come around to the other side of the carriage just so I can see you guys. Good. So I'm going to take my leg that's closest to the shoulder blocks up onto the box. Shin is parallel to the edge of the box, or you can bring your heel in a little closer to your seat. From here, I'm going to walk my back toes back on the mat, a little bit on the floor, a little bit, and just shift forward till I feel a deep stretch in my outer hip. Good. You can bring your forearms down if that feels appropriate to you. If not, you can stay propped up in your hands. And then if you want to, you can push the carriage out just slightly and back in, using that back foot to move the carriage. And that will just change the stretch for you a little bit. When you find a nice place to hold, just hold, sink down into it, breathe, and release. Very good job. Come all the way back up. Quarter turn to face the foot bar. You're going to take that same leg up on top of the box now. Both hands on the foot bar. Your front foot is right next to your foot bar as well. And then you can sink down a little bit and pull up and in to get a nice stretch to the front of the hip flexor. Good. If you want, as you press the carriage out, you can externally rotate that hip a little bit, and then as you pull in, you can rotate that hip back forward. So do whatever feels good, whatever feels like a nice stretch for that hip flexor, the inner thigh. And we'll do 3 more on this side. And last time. Beautiful. Carefully take that leg off. We will turn around to the other side for pigeon. I apologize that I won't be facing you, but the foot that is closest to the shoulder block, that leg is going to come up onto the box. You can scoot your back leg back a little bit more until you feel a nice deep stretch through the hip. And then if it feels appropriate, you can bring your forearms down to the box. From here, you can use your back foot to propel yourself out and in a little bit. Feeling that stretch in the outer hip shift just slightly. When you feel a good position, just hold there and relax. Good. Beautiful. When you're ready, carefully prop yourself up on the box. Quarter turn to face the foot bar. Bring your inside leg up onto the box, nice long leg. Lift up through the heart before you move anywhere, and then maybe sink back and down a little bit and back up and in. Playing around with external rotation of the hip and internal rotation. So for me, it feels good to externally rotate my hip on the way out. And then on the way in, I square off my pelvis towards the foot bar. But you can just play around with that. So, maybe it feels better the opposite direction for you. Good, last 2 here. And last time. Carefully bring that leg off to the side. We'll come around to the front of our carriage, take our foot bar down, and do one last final stretch. So bringing your shins about 1 inch from your foot bar, standing nice and tall, weight even through the heels and the balls of the feet. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward for your carriage, for your box. Hands on the front edge of the box and press the box away from you. Good. Lengthen the tailbone out behind you. You can shift your hips a little bit side to side here. And you could let your head go through your upper arms if it feels comfortable for your back. Releasing the back of the neck and the shoulders. Good. From here, pull the belly in, navel to spine, round the back halfway in, and then press out again. And again, round halfway in, and press out again. Beautiful. 2 more to go. Keeping the weight even from the heels to the balls of the feet. Last time. And from here, we're gonna roll our spine all the way up. Tailbone reaches towards the heels, hips stack on top of the knees, rib cage stacks on top of the hips, shoulders stack on top of the ribs, ears stack on top of the shoulders. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the arms down. And you're all done. Good, so thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, leave comments and questions down below, and I will get back to you. And thank you so much again for coming. See you next time.